All right, beginning our day. Today is the 28th of April, another day in paradise. So it is, we do live in paradise here. It's a very beautiful part of California, and the weather is very, very good right now. And I just feel when I walk out of my kuti in the morning, I just feel automatically revived, and the fresh, cool air, and the birds singing, and just the clean air, the cleanliness of the air. And it's just wonderful, delightful. And then just being able to walk slowly. I'm still having back issues, back trouble, so unfortunately I don't get to walk all the way down, which is what I would prefer, but I'm driving the buggy right now. But even just walking that brief period out of my kuti is just very delightful. And listening to the birds, they're all nesting right now, so there's a lot of bird song, bird activity. And it is really heavenly, a very heavenly atmosphere. It's like being in a heavenly realm, being in this place. So all of you guests who come here, it's like coming and temporarily living in a heavenly realm before you go back to the rat race or just whatever your situation is. And also we might think, well, there's the monastery and then there's the quote-unquote real world outside of the monastery. But actually, for those of us who live here, this is the real world. And then out there is the matrix. So we're actually trying to get out of the matrix, and then we can be at ease. But then even if we're here, then if we get lost in our minds, in our aramanas, or in Thai we say our arams, if we get lost in our moods, then we're no longer contacting the clean air, the bird song, the coolness of the atmosphere. We're no longer able to get that type of medicine because we might be lost in a mood of craving or some sort of mental proliferation or a nagging resentment. Then we're lost in that. And when we're lost in that, we aren't noticing the beauty that's all around us all the time. But if we are able to be present for the beauty that's all around us, then that's one part of mindfulness. Also, we don't go out too much because the beauty will change. Night changes to daytime, daytime changes to nighttime. Springtime goes to summer, we go into fire season. But right now we have what we have, and just to appreciate it, and appreciate the perfect weather, the perfect atmosphere, but to not become too attached outside, because what mindfulness is, I really love the way the Buddha says things. The Buddha is unique in that the Buddha teaches in a poetic yet also a precise way. So usually when we think of poetry, it's not so precise, it's kind of vague and usually pretty meaningless. But then when the Buddha teaches, his teaching is beautiful, poetic, and also precise and full of meaning and leading to the ending of suffering, leading to the deathless. And when he talks about mindfulness, establishing mindfulness at the fore. So I think of that as a physical location, almost like right in front of one's face, mindfulness at the fore. So not overly internally focused, like I have this and that defilement, and I have this much sakkaya ditthi, and I have this and that problem, and I need to deal with it this and that way. That would be overly internally focused or overly externally focused. Wow, amazing, it's so amazing here, wow. Like getting too intoxicated with the beauty of the place. But the mindfulness is that which also realizes impermanence and doesn't cling to things. So it's at the fore. It's not overly externally focused. It's not overly internally focused. But it's right in front of us and it's with us all the time. And then we can be present for the flow of life, come what may. And the body is always changing. The external environment is always changing. These things are always changing. So internally, things are always changing. Externally, things are always changing. So whether we cling internally or we cling externally, it's still just clinging. And the clinging is that which leads to the suffering. So it's that lack of clinging, or that just being able to have a sense of non-resistance and being present for the way things are. Really, we could just tell ourselves everything's okay. The beginning is just to say everything's okay right now in the moment. Everything's good enough, everything's okay. And I remember seeing an advertisement the other day, like good enough isn't okay. Like you should say it's never good enough. So good enough isn't okay. But here, good enough is okay. It's okay however we are in the moment, because that's what we have to work with. And then we might feel like, I've got this nagging leftover back pain from this back injury 2 months ago, and it's kind of annoying and irritating, and it's kind of just ever present. And I think, I don't want this. I don't like this. I wish it would just get better faster, and find the right technique, find the right exercise, find the right treatment to get it away 100%. But actually, it's teaching me the way things are, because it couldn't be any other way. There's causes and conditions for this, and the body is a certain way, and it's got very subtle channels in it, and it's just teaching me the way things are. It's not that it shouldn't be this way, because it is this way. So however things are in the moment, things should be exactly that way. And so if we focus on the moment and look at how things are, then we say, okay, well, it can't be any other way, and there's a reason for this, that it's this way. And can I learn from this rather than just resist it or try to get rid of it? Then when we have that sense of learning from everything, then we come into contact with the heaven that's all around us all the time. So leave that for reflection this morning.